What is going on, guys? Welcome to Extreme Daily Drivers, where we are always balling on a budget and wrenching our garage. And today is Miata Monday, so we're going to go ahead and work on our 1.8 liter engine over here. It's going to be a quick video, and today we're going to focus on the issue that we had when we disassembled this, and that was that the woodruff key had broken off and messed up the crank. So that's right, guys. If you remember, we had a hell of a time getting this crank pulley off, and I had to spend hours drilling it in order to get it off because the woodruff key had basically exploded between the crank gear and the actual crank. And so once this gets revealed, you see the issue. Where the woodruff key is supposed to sit, the area is severely damaged. You can see that this side's okay, but this side is chipped and all messed up. So not only was it damaged on the crank, you can see here on the crank pulley that it was severely damaged and chipped. Now this is a really popular problem with the 1.8 liter Miata engine as well as the 1.6. This seems to happen quite a lot with these engines, and that's why I'm making this video today. I'm showing you how to repair it. Now we have a couple of options. Option number one would be to disassemble this engine, get the crank removed, take it to a machine shop, have them kind of weld in new metal, reshape the keyway, reassemble the engine, put it all back together and give it back to us. That's like a $1,200 fix. The other option that we can do is a very popular option that's been around for a long time, and that is basically to clean this up the best we can and then slop kind of liquid metal all over the thing, throw it all back together, say a prayer, and hope that there's never an issue. Now that's definitely the least expensive way, but luckily over the years there is now a third way to fix this, and that's the one we're going to be doing today. So that third option is right here. $69 off of Amazon, shipped to your house, and this is the Miata Crankshaft Saver. And basically what it is, it's an elongated woodruff key and also kind of a brace or bracket, or I don't know what you want to call this, an adapter that kind of sandwiches everything together and holds it so that nothing slips. This is supposed to be a really good option. We're going to find out today whether or not it's going to work. So installation is pretty straightforward. I got my keyway here cleaned up as much as I possibly could, and there's really nothing here that grabs my finger, so it's pretty smooth overall. Now here is the elongated woodruff key. In theory, it's going to sit in like that. Then we're going to install a brand new crank gear over, just like you would if this was a brand new installation, followed by the crankshaft pulley, and finally the adapter goes on last, kind of sandwiches everything together, and then we put on the crank bolt to hold it all in place. So I've done a little test fitting and everything is really tight, so I'm going to lube it up with some WD-40 to make everything slide together a little bit easier. That should do it. Alright, so I'm going to place the woodruff key in its little home. You want the slant to be towards the slant of the crank. I'm going to set that in there. And now I'm going to take the new crank pulley and line up the keyway and see if we can get this on there. It's kind of hard to do while I'm holding the camera. Alright, so I got the pulley gear on there. I'm pretty happy with that. It took a little bit to get it on there, but now that's on there, it's pretty happy. I got the woodruff key in there, and as you can see, it's extended. Pulley is on, woodruff key all the way to the end. Now it's time to put in that adapter, and then finally the crank bolt. Alright guys, as you can see, I got everything together here. Everything is looking sweet. I got the adapter in there, and then the last thing that gets installed is the crank bolt. Now the adapter's threaded, so you can screw this in and it'll hold the adapter in place, and then it's going to go into the crank itself here in a minute and hold it all together like a sandwich. There it goes. Boom. So there you have it, guys. Crank Saver for the win. I don't think this is going to cause any issues, and I think we actually did fix our problem, so I'm super stoked about that. Again, if you want to pick this thing up for your Miata, $69, there's a link down in the description, and it's going to save you a big headache from having to disassemble your engine, take it to an engine builder, or getting some liquid metal and slapping it all together and saying a prayer and hoping that it works. So one last thing I want to point out, if you guys are going to go this route, don't run your jacked up pulley. I just have it on here for a display. We are going to get a new crank pulley, so don't worry about that. And that's kind of the video for today. Please like, please subscribe. Kelly is sorry she couldn't be here for today's video, but don't think we've been sleeping on this project, because let me show you what we've been up to over the last couple weeks. We have been stockpiling parts like you wouldn't believe for this engine. So now, as you guys know, we got this engine for free, but you know, we have to put a lot of money into it to get it up to snuff, to get it to where we're going to be comfortable driving it. So just a couple of things that we have here. We have some NGK spark plug wires along with some NGK spark plugs. We got ourselves a new PCV valve. We got ourselves a new PCV valve grommet. We have a thermostat gasket as well as a new thermostat. We have a crank seal, which we haven't installed just yet, as well as 2 cam seals to go on with our camshafts. We have a repair kit kind of for our oil pan. We have a timing belt kit. This kit includes the belt, the tension adjusting gear, tensioning gear, as well as the spring, a valve cover gasket, and a water pump with all the necessary gaskets. So as you guys can see, we've been really busy stockpiling parts. We're spending a good deal of money on this, but we know once this engine's put together, it's going to be running aces. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Later.